Gil. Welcome to Burkland Gardens, and it's the 4th of July weekend, the Saturday after the 4th. Everybody's getting a lot of heat, and even in Washington State, we're having some high temperatures going on. So, in back of me, I've got the irrigation going, and I'll be watering every day. We have overhead irrigation in this area right here, and it's not the optimal type of irrigation, but it works well and keeps things irrigated and watered. So that's the important thing. And so so Max's daughter has come with him today, and she's going to be doing so. Susie, why don't you come on in the frame here? And so she's going to be. We'll get some shots too, and we're also going to be talking about. Just going to have her do some weeding today, and we'll use some weeding tools. We'll talk about that and weed control. That's just going to be a small part of the video. There's a lot going on this weekend for removing trees, and Max will get some shots of the excavator and the tractor, and grading and stumps, and we've got a lot going on this weekend. So come join us, and we'll get going. Let's go. Here works good for getting into little areas. So you can just take that point and grab a weed and pull it on out. Here's some that I just did a few minutes ago. Just bring them on out. This bed can be raked out. This bed was weed free a week ago. You can see we had some rain a few weeks ago, and then the sun, and it just the weeds, just like all plants, they love sun and water. So tree roots there too. So I'm looking. So you want to give that a try. You can just pick some open areas where you don't have to go quite so close to the plants. And if you miss a few, that's fine. There's a blackberry growing back here. It's going to have thorns, so either gloves or just use the tool to get that one out. Okay. And then we'll just kind of work this bed and the next bed's down and get those cleaned out, and then we'll talk about some mulching too. So. Okay. All right. Well, it's been a busy week, and behind me is an area that we took out some stumps the last couple days. We had an excavator delivered on Friday. Now, let's see. Actually, it did come on Friday. And we've been working with it. I take that back. It came on I don't know. Okay, it came on the day before the 4th, I think the 3rd. So we had it early. And so we've got it here available to us, and we'll just pay by the hour on it. And so we'll run probably a couple days of run time on the excavator, and it'll be in the video here in a minute. So got a pretty large pine tree out behind me. You can see the open area back here. It was multi-trunked, maybe 10, 12, 15 trunks, huge stump. Was able to dig it out in 25 minutes, and then there's a bunch of other trees that were either cut down or we knocked down, and digging out the stumps and moving them to the back of the property for burning later in the season, like in the fall when the fire danger is on. So come on, we'll be able to follow through here. You can see this is opened up. We're just gonna, this fall we'll put it into grass. Some things are there'll still be some trees that are gonna probably go away. This beech tree is right out here in the middle, and this area you couldn't even see through it before, so the other lawn area here. So there was 3 Serbian spruces. There's one that the remnants are left. They were about 60 feet tall, and there was a giant sequoia, a weeping type, not the normal weeping one, but it had a special name. It was something requiem is the name of the cultivar name of it. Large stump over there with that, and then just other stumps in this area that we cleaned up. Travis moved all these to the back of the property. Again, like I said, we'll dispose of them in the late in the year. And you can see the remnants of the wood chips from all the chipping that we did. I'm gonna move. We're just going to kind of look at a couple of areas where you can see where trees have come out. And the reason we're doing this is to open things up a little bit, and then other trees that are really nice, they're gonna show a lot better than they have been. Then also when they start growing together, they do become shaded out in every other areas, and you know, everything just becomes a mass, and that can look all right in some instances, but usually you want to separate out your trees and have some separation so that they stand out. So looking even right here, there was a large blue cloak fir, con-colored fir, and another pine here. Literally in this area, that there was probably 15 trees, 12 to 15 trees that were taken out right in this area right here. So that's opened up the weeping beech and other trees behind me here. There's a witch hazel, a bald cypress back in here that was totally shaded out, but it's doing okay, and it's going to be doing better as the sun starts to hit it. So that one's, I believe it's Cascade Falls. There's two weeping ones of the bald cypress. So another tree that's probably going to come out is a hemlock in here. It's a special one called Iron Springs, but it's right in amongst the another Canadian weeping hemlock, and a Dawn redwood, a dwarf one that's quite large for a dwarf. I mean, it's old. And then there's we're going to walk over here and take a look at it. So there's a weeping, flat growing mountain hemlock in here. Pugum Vicensiana. Large weeping sequoia, sapsucker. We might have talked about that in another video, but just literally hundreds, probably thousands of sapsucker holes in here, and the tree was starting to deteriorate. You could see it starting to go. So there's that Dawn redwood, and I'm not sure which one it is. It could be Miss Grace. And then this one's called Elizabeth. It's a mountain hemlock, nice golden hinoki, and a ginkgo biloba. I don't know which one it is. There's no tag on it. So that'll go out, go away, and these trees will make a nice grouping right in here. So let's we'll continue on here in just a minute. We're going to go to another area, and I'll show you what we've been doing in the front part of the yard. Moving along with our tree removal, you can see stumps that still haven't been removed, and the limbs have been chipped up. So this is the front part of the property. We're trying to still want privacy here, but also want to show off the trees that we have. We have a golden Spanish fir that we've been debating about whether to take it out or not, but it's right in front of two really special trees, a paperbark maple and a lion's head maple. Both really nice specimens, some of the largest ones that you might ever see. And I have seen others like, this size, but they've been in nurseries like Isley Nursery or in Arboretums or other two special collections that are quite old. But yeah, the paperbark maple and then the lion's head maple, and there's some more trees in this area. This is a Lawson cypress right here, and this probably will get taken down because there's 15, 20 trees just in this little area right here. So it needs to be thinned out considerably. Then there's power lines here, so we have to have the power line company take care of the trees that are entangled in there. But this area was full of trees. There was a large hedge in this area right here, multi-stem type of suga, like a cedar tree, and that was removed. We planted this hedge and left a few spruces in here, and then a few other specimen trees, a columnar white pine, and a Scotch pine that's a dwarf one. This tree here is a brewer spruce, Picea breweriana, and they're native to Northern California. Grow down there, and the branches hang down. I have a cultivar one. It's called Emerald Midget, and it doesn't. The branches on that one don't hang down quite as much, but it's much slower growing and becomes a small tree eventually. So really interesting. We went with the Conifer Society. Went up in the Siskiyou Mountains up on a pass and saw where they were growing in the wild. So that was really interesting. Planted these for maybe some Christmas trees, but we'll see. They've finally taken off after 3 or 4 years, but I'll need to dig some of them out for sure this year. Oh, right in front of me, there's a big hole there where a large tree was taken out years ago with a tree spade, and it's always been it's been filled a couple times, but it's still like a foot lower and everything, and I just stepped in it. But this pine right here, it's a Vanderwilt's pyramid. It's been limbed up, and we're going to drop that one. And just to my left, there's another large pine. It may be the same thing, but I'm not sure. It may be a different type of pine. Both of those are going to come out, but we have to be careful of power lines over in this area, so they have to go this way. Quite a few trees went off. It came out of this area right here. There were mountain hemlocks that were all shaded out. There was a Japanese white pine, a really nice one. So you see again the wood chips that were left, and all the stumps have been dug out this weekend and hauled to the back of the property. So we're going to go back and check with Travis and see what he's doing as far as digging out some stumps that he's still working on. A bundle of branches or stumps. So Travis is working on he took down a whole group of red needle cypress, and we'll get a shot of the bare ground over there. So there's just stumps and limbs to deal with, and it's not too far from the pile now, so he'll just gather these up with the excavator, closing the thumb up on it, curl his bucket, grab a whole bundle there, and he'll just walk it on over to where our piles are that we'll deal with in the fall. This particular machine is about 15,000 pounds. It's a John Deere 50. It's a good size for what we're doing right here. There's different size mini excavators, the ones that are around 7,000 pounds to 10,000 pounds, very common, even used by contractors a lot for on projects for trenching and just doing different things. You can set rocks with them, and they're very versatile. They got little grading blades on them as well for filling in the trenches or doing some light grading. They're not real, nothing to do grading with them, but so he got a good bundle of branches on that. And then see this is what we're looking at right here. You just cut these off with a saw. It was easier, and he'll just come in and grab this whole bundle just like he did with the others. And then there's stumps right behind there that he went down the line digging each stump out, and he was able to dig those out pretty easily. So there's a nice tree. It's called Oregon Green, probably about 25, 30 years old, and about 25 feet tall. So it's a black pine, Austrian pine. Really nice color on it. The needles hold well to the branch, and you could prune it and keep it a little bit smaller. So it's a nice small to medium-sized tree, which is really nice. I love it. It's a nice tree to have in the landscape. So unfortunately, we've got some of the trees probably going to have to go just so we can maintain the property. We're going to keep the blue cloaks, at least 2 or 3 of them. That's that concolor fir that has that bright blue color. It's an outstanding tree. It's just like You're still seeing some of the new growth that's even brighter, but through the year, they're just a really bright blue, powder blue color. Got some giant sequoias and some Serbian spruces here that have to come out. We're going to leave one giant sequoia, species one, to grow and become large, maybe out in the middle of the field. And then this can be mowed. We'll probably do some experimenting with cover crops and maybe a few other crops. So here comes Travis. We're going to watch him grab another bundle of branches or something. I think he's probably going to grab some branches. Take a look at the pile of branches and stumps back here we've got accumulated. When we're ready to burn this, we'll use the excavator and have it on site along with a water source, so it'll control the burn. So we can do it out in the open like this, and it can be done quickly and with a really hot fire. So there's a pile of mulch over there, but that'll get spread out as soon as that's done. This field, if you kind of look down here, is we're just gonna plow it and disc it and try some. It's gonna be a bit of a trial backyard farmer, we'll call it. So small farmer. Try some different crops or cover crops or whatever we decide. We're still figuring it out. Thanks for joining us on this 4th of July weekend as we're busy clearing out the property for, future use. And this is what happens sometimes when, this was a nursery and it was planted, and then when things aren't harvested and dug and sold, they become too big to deal with, and at some point you do have to deal with it, and that's what we're doing this weekend. It's just part of it's a bit of a process, so it isn't all happening this weekend, but we got quite a bit done, accomplished this weekend. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.